welcome. My name is Jim Logan, and this is number 14 in my series of videos designed to help students that are working on their all-region music. This video is going to focus on the second etude for low clarinets on page 49, number 3. The previous video, I hope you've seen, is where I'm playing all three excerpts that I've divvied it up into. And so make sure the first thing you always need to be doing is checking out the errata sheet, which can be found at TMEA.org. I'm going to maybe touch on some things there later, but right now I'm just going to focus on a few specific things that I really think you need to be aware of. So the tempo marked in the errata is quarter note equals 50 to 60. And yes, you should be practicing this in thinking quarter notes. Don't subdivide it. I mean, I want you to be subdividing it, but don't be thinking of it in 6. Be thinking of it, or thinking of it in 8. Think of it in 4. Right out of the gate, first measure, that G sharp to A trill is just literally fingering the G sharp and moving. Not. Okay, so make sure that you're making that happen. And the grace note the grace notes in 5 and 6. Okay, so make sure that when you're going from D to C sharp, use C sharp on the right side. The grace note should be before the beat. I'll play it again. Okay, and I'm kind of muffing the notes afterwards. I'm distracted by my dog here. Okay, Nina. Behave. Going on, make sure in measure 8 or measure 9, you have 30-second notes there. 30-second notes. So make sure they're not 16th notes. Think of them almost as grace notes. Okay. Fork fingering in measure 11, beat 2. No. We want to avoid that flipping back and forth. Okay. And the grace notes in measure 14, 13, measure 12. And you can pull a little phrasing there and slow it down just a little bit. The errata does encourage you to be musical, and so that's one place we could do that. Then the very next note in measure 13, that should be C sharp on the right, and the next measure, the third note, should be B on the left. Okay? I'm asked sometimes, why do we have to do that? Why can't I just play the C sharp on the left and the B on the right? Well, the answer is that we want to keep the fingers as close to the hand as possible. So your C sharp on the right is the closest hand to the finger to the right hand. Your B on the left is the closest finger to the left hand. Why would you choose to play the B on the right, which is the furthest from the right hand, and the C sharp on the left, which is furthest from the left hand? Why would you want to do that? At this tempo, maybe it doesn't really matter, but our ultimate goal is not to be able to play a 16th at quarter equals 56, but to do. I could do that 100 times in a row because I'm playing the C sharp on the right, B on the left, and with B on the right and C sharp on the left, I'm not sure I could do that. So in 15, again, that B on the left, C sharp on the right in beat 2. And then in beat 4, those are 30-second notes. Again, C sharp on the right, B on the left, going up those. And make sure it's D at D at D. I use that correct articulation. There's a nice ritardando there that gives us a little bit of time to think about our trill. You didn't really speak great there, but you get the idea. You can play the D sharp on the side, same as E flat, or your chromatic fingering. I don't have a strong feeling either way there, so do what's comfortable for you. Make sure in measure 18, those grace notes are F sharp, G sharp, not F sharp, G, because the accent don't carry through. Should have mentioned that in the very first measure as well. It's not G natural on the grace notes, so make sure you get the G sharp. What else? Other adventures here. These grace notes in 21 to 23. Make sure you're re-tonguing. Dia, dia, okay? Tongue those. What else is begging to be mentioned? The trill in measure 37, A to B, is we use the top side key. Again. Okay. And other than that, look, it's just more dynamics. This is a beautiful song. Okay, make sure you're employing dynamics throughout. It will make for a very, very strong performance. So I'm just going to take a moment and look through a few odds and ends that are mentioned here in the errata sheet, which I think it's very well spelled out for everybody. You know what I think I'll do is I'm going to close this video and we're going to move on. I will include this discussion as a follow-up on the next video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Shoot me an email. You can find this at the end of this video. And practice smart. Practice in small segments. Practice consistently. But most important, practice. Good luck.